think just excitement. Anytime, you get to the first game of the season, no matter if it's your first or your 20th or whatever, it's always exciting. You always get those little butterflies that sometimes are tougher to come by the longer you're in this league, as you know what to expect. But this is always fun. I think this is probably a little more for me under the circumstance, but certainly an exciting day.
How was everything back in Tampa?
Oh yeah, I think they got lucky again. So from what I heard, everything was good.
Preseason is behind us, training camp's behind us. What is most important for your group tonight as you get going for another?
Well, I mean, it's game one of the regular season, so it's, enjoy the moment. We put in a lot of hard work in training camp in the summer. This is where you kind of fall back on that preparation a little bit. So first game of the year is sometimes always a little, helter-skelter out there as guys get their feel, but it should be an exciting opportunity for a lot of us. And you want to start off good, like I talked about the other day. You want to get off to a good start. It's such a long season and in a grind, and you don't want to put yourself behind the 8 ball. So, the teams that are most prepared coming off of training camp usually get off to a good start, and I feel like we've put ourselves in a position to do that.
Roman was saying yesterday he's excited for new guys like yourself to experience Bridgestone tonight.
Yeah, I mean, listen, as an opposing player, this rink always brought the energy, and you could tell that they feed off the crowd. So excited to be on the home side of that tonight. So I'm looking forward to a great atmosphere.
I guess stressful. I saw your tweet yesterday. Then you knew the storm was coming in, and I assume you have a lot of people still there that you were worried about when that happened.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's for whatever reason, Tampa's been pretty lucky over the years of missing those big storms. So it was another scary situation there for a few days. But like I said, for whatever reason, it always veers off kind of last second and spares Tampa. It sucks. You hope it doesn't hit, where you have a lot of, friends or a house, but then it just means someone else is getting it, just as bad. So it's a tough situation all around.
No, they don't. If anything, they get more special as you go. Just you don't want to take them for granted. And yeah, I mean, every year you make an NHL roster and are with an NHL team. It's a huge honor, and we're excited for this year and can't wait to get going. Obviously, it's a long off season when you don't reach your ultimate goal, and a lot of training and skating and hard work that goes into it. And now we get to do it for real here, and we're all excited as a group.
You just mentioned that the excitement, the new guys coming in. July 1 kind of felt like Christmas. Maybe this feels a little bit like Christmas too, getting going. How do you view it from that perspective, getting some new guys in here and seeing what they can do?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we brought in some great players, some guys who have won before. Obviously Stammer and Marchie, Cup winners, and Shea, who had a great run there, obviously in Carolina, and played on a lot of good winning teams. Wedgie as well too. Was with him in Arizona and in Tampa before, so I know him. So we brought in some really good character guys, some guys who are I think motivated, and guys who have produced in this league. And at the end of the day, when your management is aggressive and gives the players in this room an opportunity, that's all you can ask for. And in saying that, now we got to go out, and it's only going to get harder for us. I mean, we're not going to surprise any teams this year. It's going to be even more of a challenge and more work ahead of us, which I think we got a good group of character in here that's looking to meet those expectations.
Lastly, it's obviously a great test against Dallas tonight. What's most important for your group here from this year?
Well, like you said, I think Dallas, arguably one of the if not the top team in the conference heading into the year. I mean, year after year, they're kind of putting winning teams on the ice, and it's funny how they just haven't lost stride at all. They keep, bringing in good young hockey players, that do real well with their veteran group and their core group of guys, and everyone just kind of comes in and buys obviously into their system, and they got a really deep forward group, really deep, back end, world-class goaltending. So they're the real deal. I mean, it's going to be a tough one to start off with this year, but there's no point dipping your feet in, just jump right in and away we go. And like I said, we're looking forward to getting this one going. Obviously, it's always fun to be a part of a home opener, and to be at Bridgestone with the fans rocking. We're all excited in this room.
Brunette, Juice on the ice this morning. Any decision made on the starting goaltender for tonight?
No update yet. I haven't seen anybody after since he got off, so see how he's feeling.
I guess it may be a situation like this, if it's well up in the air, you err on the side of caution, perhaps with use, knowing obviously so much.
Yeah, I think with all our players, you always, you be cautious, especially this early. Well, any time all year. And obviously their safety and their health is the most important thing. So we'll reassess. I'll go back there and see how we're doing and make a decision from there. But yeah, definitely.
Andrew, what are your impressions then of Brady Shea and how excited to see him get well tonight?
Yeah, I think it'd be good to see him in, some of those games we played in preseason. They were hard games to really get a feel for, especially our veteran guys. Those are hard games to play, regardless, especially guys who've been around for a while. And you just kind of want to get through them. So I know he's got another gear, and I'm looking forward to it. A lot of the things he does in practice, I've been really impressed with the way he moves and skates, and really looking forward to see him in live action here tonight.
How excited are you just to not only get going, but to see the work you've put in camp? What's most important for you to see out of it?
Well, I think, I was really happy with camp. I really thought they put the work in. It was a little discombobulated, talked a little bit about it, where a lot of those guys didn't play for 2 weeks, which is kind of hard on them and hard on all of us a little bit. And they're tired of practicing. They're already tired of hearing me. I think they just want to go play and have fun. And we understand it's going to be hard. We understand we're at the bottom of a mountain here, and the most important step is the first step here. And tonight's an opportunity to have a really good first step.
Yeah, that first step that you mentioned, obviously it's only the first game, but the opportunity to play against a team that won the division, had 113 points last year. Is this an opportunity for a bit of a statement?
Yeah, I mean, it's game one, but I think obviously they whooped us here last year. So for us, it probably should be a little scared and a little ready to go. I think it's good for us just to gauge ourselves. That was arguably, I think, the best team in the league, or second best team in the league, and a team that plays a certain way every night. They're very well coached. They don't give you a lot of room. So we're going to have to really work to get through in the offensive zone, and just our whole game. They're going to make you pay a price if you're not sharp and if you're not working. And I think that has to be our mindset going into tonight.
What do you think the adjustment in life for him is going to be like enroll on the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously for as long as he's been there, I think it's going to be hard. I mean, he used to playing with certain guys. I mean, they had great chemistry for all those years, a certain city, certain routines, certain people. On the other hand, I think it's refreshing for a player to change places and change teams and play with new players, new faces, new city, new fan base. So I think there's a little bit of both in there. It's going to be an adjustment, just like all the new players coming in. It's going to be hard. But yeah, I think for a guy that's been there as long, it might be a little bit harder coming here. But in saying all that, I've been really impressed with his training camp, just how hard he worked. I mean, I think for as decorated of a player he is, being a Stanley Cup champion, a first ballot Hall of Famer, to come in and embrace the work and push the work. And I think he was a leader in everything we did. And I think if any young guy that was watching, we're so fortunate and grateful to have him. If it's an evangelista or looking over at Tomasino and see how hard he works, and you're not working that hard, then there's probably a reason you're not where he is. So I thought he brought that. He seems really excited, but for sure there's an adjustment. It's a life adjustment, just not a hockey adjustment. But I think he's excited, and we're happy to have him.
What do you like about Colton and his experience being in the middle of the two younger guys? How does that group complement one another?
Yeah, I think Colton is an anchor for us on every line, and we'll probably use him in all these different places, and he's very versatile. And to have a player like him, again, you're pretty lucky to have him, all the roles and hats he wore last year. He can play in the power play. He's a really good penalty killer. He's a good face-off guy. He could play right wing. I mean, he just kind of a Swiss Army knife, and a big leader of our team. So yeah, it's going to be, he'll be moving all over, but with him, he just moves forward, does his job.
Kind of along those lines, when you have young guys or new pieces getting added in, how nice is it to be able to rely on the Forsberg, O'Reilly, Nyquist group and their experience and chemistry?
Yeah, I mean, they do everything sort of the right way all over the ice. And I think for the other lines to see, one, the success they've had, but how they do things day in and day out in practice, I think it just for our whole group, again, for them to watch that and see how that works and see them play basically the way we want to play to a T is, obviously you can't measure it, and we're lucky to have them and looking forward to seeing them play tonight.
Opening night can bring a lot of things like the gold walk and extended pregame, general butterflies. So when the puck drops, what do you want to see from your team for the first 5 to 10 minutes?
Well, yeah, it is hard. I mean, there's lots going on. I think we've weathered, some big games, and I think we understand how to play in that situation. We have a veteran group. I think we'll be fine. But yeah, I want to see us come out and get to our identity as fast as possible, understanding they're trying to do the same thing, and just be ourselves. I think if we can be the best version of ourselves, we'll be okay.